Please turn off mobile. You started. So turn off your mobile. I'm giving you some 5 seconds to turn off your mobiles or set them on vibrating mode or silent mode. If you are setting them on vibrating mode, please do not keep on the desk. Kindly refrain from the movement that will distract the speaker. Online people, please do not mute yourself unless and until instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Please share your camera, share your video, start your camera if you don't have any bandwidth issue. If throughout the meeting you can use claps or emojis or thumbs up to appreciate speaker or role players. For example, when anybody is using word of the day or phrase of the day, you can give thumbs up. And whenever speaker or role player is coming on the stage, they have to follow greeting protocol. They have to say good morning, Toastmaster of the presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, and then they have to start their speech, their performance. And last but not the least, please keep broad smile on your face throughout the meeting. Now, I would like to call upon on the stage our today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Insia. So please welcome Toastmaster Insia.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Nikhil, firstly, I would like to declare this meeting as open. Before moving forward, do we have any guests? So I can quickly take the introduction of the guests in the offline setting. Toastmaster Nikhil, if you can quickly help me with that. If we have any guests.
We don't have any guest offline, and online also I don't see
Okay.
any guest.
Yes. Okay. So as of now, we don't have any guests. Okay. How many of you here, including me, has the habit to check their phone before going to sleep? I am guilty. How many of you here has the habit of checking their phone the moment you get up? Again, I am guilty. Toastmasters and dear guests, Toastmasters and the upcoming guests, let's put it that way. A good morning to one and all. If you are also one of them who is facing the similar kind of situation that I am in, then I'm really sorry to inform you, but your digital wellness or well being is in danger. Yes, my friends. When I saw the theme for today, the first question that popped up in my mind was even even if it is possible for us to be digitally fit in today's generation? That too after COVID. When COVID hit us, I think we have become more dependent on our gadgets. This is more worse than the COVID virus, don't you all think? After that, I also started thinking, my brain is very creative. So I then started thinking that the way we have gyms for people to be physically fit, why don't we have some gyms where people can keep a check on their usage of gadgets? Don't you think that will be a mind-blowing idea if we have such gyms? I think I should pitch that in Shark Tank. But jokes apart, we all know that it is very, very difficult in today's generation to keep our digital wellness on check, especially with the situation that we are in. There are so many people still who are working from home and does not have an option but has to be on their laptops or their gadgets all the time. We also have nowadays children who are being shown a lot of digital gadgets on the name of being educated. So then, is there no way to get out of it? I think that the only way to get out of it is when you really want to get out of it. It only happens when you yourself think that yes, my digital wellness is in danger and I need to get out of it. Let me quickly give an example of myself. I am a mental health professional. I meet people every day who are so much addicted to their gadgets. I meet children every day. And let me tell you, the influence and the impact that the digital world has today is something which is worse than you people can think about. So when this started happening, so I started asking myself a question every day that if I am going to be the person who is going to help people to keep a check on their digital wellness, am I doing that for myself? If not, then I think I am in a wrong place, right, to help people. So, what I have started doing is replacing. I know it's not easy. I know that when I complete my dinner or I'm done my dinner, the only thing that I go to is Instagram and like scroll through the reels. How should I stop doing that? I have replaced that time and have started adding something which is more productive, like coloring, like maybe going for a walk, reading a book, or maybe preparing for a Toastmaster speech. That is how I have started making small changes in my lifestyle. In the morning when we get up, I know we go and find our phone. But what I have started doing is, I have started keeping my phone so away from myself, and I'm so lazy to even go and get and take that phone. So that is helping me not seeing the first thing in the morning, that is screen. Small changes. I know it's not easy, but it's not that difficult also. If we actually start making some small changes. The only thing at the end that I would like to say is that your digital wellness or well-being is in your hands. You are only responsible for it. So take the charge of it before your battery is dead. With this, thank you everyone. And now it's time for me to welcome somebody who always comes up with some beautiful ideas, like the themes. I have been seeing he has been coming up with so much of creativity, and whatever that has some message. He's an IT by profession and he loves watching movies. Let us all welcome our Toastmaster of the day for today, that is Toastmaster Vishal.
Toastmaster Vishal, we cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. I will repeat again. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Insias, presiding officer. So after last week of the contest, we were excited to see the contest. So the next meeting, let's start with some spirituality, some shlok from the Bhagavad Gita. Nikhil, can you share this? Okay, I'll read the shlok, which is taking time. So, yeah, it's a mana eva manushan karanam buddha matsusho bandhanaya vishwasukta mukta nirvishya smrutam. So the meaning is that the mind is the only reason for the bondages and the liberation. If mind have the control on all the senses, then it's a liberation. It's a leads towards the freedom. If the mind is influenced with the senses, then it's a slavery kind of, we could say. It's a bondages to ourselves. So good morning all. I'm the Toastmaster Vishal. We have the today's theme as a digital well-being or digital awareness or digital mindset. We have all three kind words. So the objective of this theme is to show the uh, balance between the personal life and the digital world or the technology, I would say. So that's the today's theme. So let me ask you one question: Who has you? Who is controlling you? You or mobile? Would you like anyone to answer? Anyone from online? Yeah, no. Yeah, correct. Nikhil.
Start watching. I think I will control and I will pause it. I will stop it after 5 minutes, but it goes on to 30 minutes and 1 hour. I think I try to control, but it's controlling me.
Correct.
But still, I'm working on that. I reduce my short
Correct. Yeah. Does anyone face in the office like they are preparing some reports or some designing component or some IT work, and all of a sudden we receive one call and we just stop working and go on the call and again come back and again work. And sometimes some notification come, we just check and again work. So I think anyone have faced that issue. So are you able to give that much concentration which you were giving earlier before coming the notification or call? Yeah, we are not able to pay attention, right? It's the same example. For example, suppose you are cooking some khichdi on the gas and you start the flame, and all of a sudden you got a call, you stop and just stop, and again you start, and you got the notification, you stop and again check and again start. So it might take long time. It should be take 10 minutes, but take few hours, or it get burned as well. So we don't have control. So similar to that, when we are doing some work from the mind, so all the mind energy going to that focus to that work. But when we get distraction from something, so mind also switching their control to some other place. So that term called as the brain switching penalty. Because of brain switching penalty, we lose our focus, we lose our productivity, and mind also have the task, like it also we stress on the mind itself as well to move the control from other place to some other place. You might heard your manager talk, you must be multitasker and all those things, but that is a wrong term. We are pressurize our mind, like switching the control here and there. So at the end of the day, it got stressful for the mind itself. So that is the first term for mind. uh, Sorry, mind balancing penalty, like it is move the control from one place to another place. So that's issue with the mind. Apart from that, like attention is the flame for pursuing towards the work, like whatever the work we want to achieve, the task, the attention is the flame for that. If we keep it on and off, so it will lose this control, it will lose its focus. So with this note, I would like to introduce our today's TAG team. So that So today's timer is role played by Toastmaster Nikhil Dhupkar. He is QA manager by profession. His hobby is watching movies, Netflix movies. So let me introduce Toastmaster Nilesh to come on the stage and tell about his roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. So time and tide wait for none. So we must respect time if we want to achieve success in our life. If we want to be productive in our life, we have to respect time. So good morning, Toastmaster of the Day, Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Nikhil, and today I'll be playing the role of timer. So as a timer, I'll be recording the time of all the speakers, all the role players, and I will show Green card when speakers reach minimum required time. I will show yellow card when speakers reach mid allocated time, and I will show red card when speakers reach maximum allocated time. You will be having 30 seconds of grace period. After that, you will be disqualified. And there will be 5 to 7 minutes for prepared speeches, 2 to 3 minutes for table topic speeches, and 8 to 10 minutes for general evaluator speech. And thank you very much. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. You very well explained about the timing foundation for us. So next, I would like to call upon our counter of the day. So today's our counter is Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. So he is he's an engineering student, and his hobby is watching crickets. So I request Toastmaster Abhishek to come on the screen and explain about his roles and responsibilities.
Am I audible and visible to everyone?
Yeah, you're audible and visible.
Practice the pause when in doubt. Practice the pause when you're angry. Practice the pause when you're tired. And practice the pause when you're stressed. Greetings to President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. My name is Abhishek Verma, and I'm playing the role of the R counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as stretches or pause fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen for any overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. I'll also listen for filler sounds such as or. I will note when a speaker repeats a word, phrase, or a sentence, such as and then, maybe, you know. At the end of the meeting, I will report with the number of times each speaker uses these expressions. I will also report the speakers who are flawless, who haven't used any ums and filler sounds and are good to go, and the almost flawless speakers. With this, I'd like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Day for the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Very well explained about your role and responsibility. Thanks for that. Next, I would like to call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Naval. He is software engineer in the Capgemini, and his hobbies is watching movies and reading. So I request Toastmaster Naval to please come on the stage and tell about your roles and responsibilities.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, presiding officer, and dear guest. Today, I will be playing the role of a grammarian. So as a grammarian, I will give you one word of the day and phrase of the day. So today's word of the day is extravagant. So it is an adjective. Its meaning is excessive, luxurious, spending more than necessary. Its examples are: some people enjoy living an extravagant lifestyle and expensive cars and fancy vacations. Her extravagant taste in fashion often leaves her with a hefty credit card bill. And today's phrase of the day is good to go. It means ready, prepared in a suitable condition. Its examples are: after completing all the preparations, we are good to go for the event. Feel free to embrace these new words and phrase in your communication. I'll also look after bad usage and good usage of grammar. So if you will use these word of the day and phrase of the day, will show thumbs up as an acknowledgement for the usage of word of the day and phrase of the day. Thank you.
Does anyone would like to try for the word of the day and phrase of the day? Quite simple one. Yeah.
All the preparation about my speech, I'm good to go and give my speech.
Great. Anyone would like to use the word of the day?
Yeah, just to second our today's theme of digital wellness, I second to this theme that the usage of the mobiles is extravagant in current scenario.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. That was very wonderful usage of extravagant word. I'll give my control back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naval. So next, I would like to call upon General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Abhishek Negi. He is an engineer and working in the Bosch, and his hobbies is reading, biking, and swimming. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. I hope I'm audible to the physical meeting room.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, okay, as we know, anything, whether it is our digital well-being, physical well-being, or mental well-being, one thing that is really important is feedback. Someone who's listen to us objectively and give us what are the improvements that we can do it to our growth. And similarly, in our Toastmasters meeting, this is the culture that we follow. For example, we have our evaluators who will evaluate our speakers and give them suggestions how they can improve. Similarly, I will be the general evaluator for the meeting. I'll be observing the entire proceeding of the meeting, and at the end, I will come on the stage and present what are the improvements that we could have done. So it's good to go. Let us start this extravagant meeting, and over to you, Professor Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for short and crisp description about your role. Thanks for that. So today's meeting is divided into the three parts. One is the prepared speeches, second is the table topic, that is more excited one, and the third one is the evaluation or the feedback. So let's start with the first part. So today we have a icebreaker speech given by the Toastmaster Rashmi. Toastmaster Rashmi. She is a consultant, functional consultant by profession. Her hobbies is dancing and watching movies and reading. And her evaluator is the Toastmaster Deep. Toastmaster Deep is a physician by profession. His hobbies is meditation and reading. So let me call upon Toastmaster Deep to introduce his target speaker.
I believe starting with why should be the strategy, whatever we want to do in our life. And that too, at least we follow at our Toastmaster Club. Today's speaker, target speaker, Toastmaster Rashmi, will go for her first speech of the Toastmaster Club, and that too icebreaker. And starting with why, the purpose, why she want to deliver that? Because she want to introduce herself in front of all the club members, but with a structured speech, right? And that's the purpose of my target speaker today, to deliver a speaker introduction along with a structured speech. So with that purpose, I would like to hand it over to PMOD for the further process. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. So let me call upon Toastmaster Rashmi for her first icebreaker speech.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible to the online audience.
Yes.
Can online speakers? Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Can anyone from online can confirm that?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah,
to
we
everyone?
can hear.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
We
you.
can hear.
A very good morning to one and all. My name is Reshmi Menon. I joined this club around 6 to 8 weeks back, but I'm sure not many of you know me or have seen me because I have not been a regular in most of these sessions. And the reason for that would be cleared by the end of my speech today. I stand here today to deliver my first icebreaker speech. And if you ask me, am I nervous? Yes, I definitely am. But if you ask me, am I excited? I would say even more. One of the reasons being, you don't get to become the subject of a speech quite often, but I promise I'll try to make it entertaining for all. With that, hello Toastmaster of the Day, presiding officer, and fellow Toastmasters. I was born to Malayali parents in Kerala, but all of my upbringing, schooling, education, through till my engineering graduation was in Mumbai. So I like to call myself a Malayali by birth, but a Maharashtrian at heart and a true Mumbaikar in soul. As a child, I was known for my dedication for my studies. I was not a mischievous kid, and obedience was like my middle name. I'm not boasting about myself, but this is what I hear from my parents when they talk about me and my childhood. They keep saying she didn't trouble us, she was a really sweet kid, but that was more about my childhood. And some of my fondest memories from my childhood is the time that I spent in Kerala at my grandparents' place, basically the vacation time, where we used to reunite with all our cousins under the same roof. And some of the games that we played, the stories that we shared, all of those are kind of memories that I cherish even today. Now, if I talk about another exciting chapter of my life, which was when I embarked on my corporate journey after completion of engineering. I was fortunate enough to get recruited in Infosys, and the initial phase of my journey took me to the enchanting campus of Infosys, Mysore. I'm not sure any one of you who has been associated with Infosys earlier. Yeah, so you would definitely resonate with what I would be saying. The training of 4 months was, I would say, very taxing with frequent exams, and we used to tackle all the hectic schedules of training. But it all seemed less daunting because of the lasting friendships we made over there. I still remember our trainings used to run from 9 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m., which was conducted by the training faculty. But from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., then we sit in the same classroom along with the friends to do, group studies, ensure we are, doing all our hands-on projects so that we are able to clear all the exams. And at 11 a.m., if you step out of the training rooms, you would see people on the road like swarm of bees. They're just heading back towards their hostels. But that time also used to be so good because we used to share our stories, our, unpreparedness for the exams. But, it was a lovely time, and I still cherish those memories even now. And the irony of that is when we started the training, I was crying because I had to stay away from my parents. That was the very first time I was going away from my parents. But at the end of the training, we were still crying. But this time, because we had to leave our friends who were headed to different locations. Fortunately, Pune became our new home. And that is the beginning of my journey in this vibrant city, which has nearly spanned 13 years now. Another, exciting journey of my life was when I met my life partner again in Pune, and our shared love for dogs, I think, ended up getting a pet into our lives. Today, I also have a very, recent exciting phase of my life that's going on, where we were blessed with a precious angel, a baby girl recently. We are very excited of the new parenthood, still trying to navigate the parenthood journey, but I think it's going to be beautiful. But when I was trying to join Toastmaster, I was very skeptical because I was trying to manage, obviously, the new parenthood phase. Then I rejoined my company, which was 2 months back. I was not sure, and I had this bomb guilt, whether am I able to give enough time to my kid. But it was my family who supported me and said, why don't you go ahead and give it a go, right? So as I reflect on my life, the journey, the achievements that I've made, I profoundly recollect the truth captured in the words, we are all walking each other home.
Hi team, we are unable to hear from the stage.
Yeah. So since it
Now we
was the
can.
first, yeah, it was the first speech of Toastmaster Reshmi, so I asked everyone to give a big round of applause to her. So yeah. So no one would say it was the first speech for Toastmaster Reshmi. It was quite confident and structured way, I would say. And we enjoyed your life journey. Thanks, kudos for that. So next, our speaker is the Toastmaster Devai. She is a component. Let me introduce her. She is a component designer. Her hobby is to explore new things. And her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. He is engineer by profession and his hobbies is watching cricket. So I request Toastmaster Chandrasekhar to please come on the screen and introduce his target speaker.
Yes, sorry, I cannot turn on the video as of now. Just give me a moment.
That is
So
fine.
my target speaker, Toastmaster Deva, is going to deliver her speech in the level 2 project 1 mandatory. Purpose statement is the purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles and discuss or share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss the leadership styles in general. All the best to my target speaker, Toastmaster Devi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for this brief description about her speech. So let's call upon on this stage Toastmaster Devi. All the best. Looks like you are ready to go.
Yeah, thank you. Leaders are not born, they are made. While it sounds very cliche, but it's true because we all are ready to upskill ourselves and ready to be on journey of becoming a leader. We all are developing our skills. We all are using our skills and mitigating our weaknesses. And also we are learning from our failures. That is most important. So the first thought comes in my mind is, who is leader? Can anyone tell me who is leader? Yes, go ahead. Yes, you are correct. Yes, go ahead. Yes, that is the most important quality while leading a team. Yes, go ahead. Yes. Yes. So leader has to set an example so that the team members or subordinates can follow him. So as per my opinion, a leader is someone who knows the way, who shows the way, and who goes the way. So good morning, Presiding Officer Madam, President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, a very good morning. Today, I am going to talk about the different types of leadership styles. While going through my level 2 project 1 and scrolling on the website of Toastmaster International, there was an assessment to check your leadership style. And I answered all the questions and come to know that I have all the traits and I are mixed up with all the leadership styles. Then again, I thought of it and I experienced the situations where I have captured that I have some traits from the particular leadership styles. So, first of all, I will briefly elaborate some types of leadership styles. The leadership styles is nothing but how the leader leads, how he behaves with his team, and how he motivates his team to achieve the common goal of his or her organization in business or in private firm. So the first leadership style is the autocratic leadership styles. In this leadership style, it also names as the authoritative leadership style or commanding leadership style. It is coercive, like the leader only decide what to do without considering the feedback of the team members or without seeking any input from the team members. And we all experience this in our corporate journey. Like our manager or team lead can change the timings of meetings without collaborating with the teams or with the colleagues. And no one will claim to that. We are bound to follow the timings and we are bound to follow the rules. And because of that, I personally feel that it is not the effective leadership style. So again, I will go to the next leadership style, that is democratic one. Again, it is exactly opposite of the autocratic. In democratic leadership styles, leader can perceive the opinions of each and everyone involved in their team. And apart from the opinions, whichever is suitable to achieve the goal of the company, he implements that. The leader is implement and leader is gives the decision. But again, he considers the opinion of each and every member involved in that team. So we also we are aware of the voting system in India. It is the best example of democratic leadership styles. And it is followed by a lot of private and I can say government organizations as well. Then the next one is laissez-faire. The laissez term itself, it means letting it go. So in this leadership style, leaders are hands off and they are allowing the team members to go ahead with your decisions. But sometimes it feels like the team members have not known to the effective way to achieve that common goals. And it sometimes lower productive. Again, I would say there are two types of leadership styles, transformational leadership styles, and it is typically implemented where we want some creativeness in the subordinates. And they want that the subordinate become a leader after some time. Again, I go with the transactional. It also known as the managerial or award system or reward system. In our Toastmasters also, it is basically based on the rewards or punishments to the, I can say, team members or who is achieving that goal. So it is basically depends on the transaction or rewards. And again, at last, I come to know that what is my leadership trait? Because in my last form, my team lead said that you have to lead this project. And I won't able to help you because he's busy with another projects. You have to handle it individually. So I was think of that like I have to achieve that project. I have to complete that within the timeline. And it seems it is quite not achieving for me. But I explained and discussed that project with my colleagues and found that the innovation and the creativeness, the solutions given by my colleagues are effective than which I have thought of implementing. And due to that solution, I made that project and completed the deadline. And I found my leadership trait as a democratic leadership style. So I found my leadership style. How you guys found? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Devi. It's quite calm and composed speech. So we can resonate what kind of leadership our manager have in our office. Thanks for that. So I request timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil, to come on the stage and please share his report. Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. So, Toastmaster Rashmi, she completed her speech in 5 minutes and 43 seconds. So she is qualified for voting. Toastmaster Devai completed her speech in 7 minutes and 43 seconds. So she's disqualified from the voting. It's 30 seconds. Thank you.
So I think the voting is not required because we have only one qualified candidate. So voting is not required. So let's have a break for 5 minutes and we will come back by 12. Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon all. Good afternoon all. After the break, I welcome you again all for that Toastmaster Club. So the next topic about just have you heard, you all have might be seen from childhood the TV, like the people do tapasya and the god get appeared and give the wish by tathastu. Yeah, you all have seen. But in the Kali Yuga, God has given that power to everyone. The mind is a tathastu for us. Like we have not identified, but mind is tathastu. Like you might have heard the power of subconscious mind that way. So mind is very clever. It's by default do tathastu to everyone. Like suppose you want to do the something again and again repetitively. So mind start doing that way on the behalf and start doing that thing again and again. So when we drive the bike, we know all when the speed breaker will come. We don't do anything, it automatically taken care. So that is handled by mind. So the same thing has happened with our day-to-day life, digital world as well. We used to scroll the mobile, we go Facebook, WhatsApp, we keep on checking again and again. So mind take this as a hint, it's a repetitive word, and say tathastu. So we got that carving to check the mobile again and again, to go Facebook again and again, to go distraction again and again. So that is called as the power of the neuropathistic. Neuropathistic, that is term called as a neuropathistic. We have the neuron in our mind, the brain, they start behaving that way. They copy the signals, repeating again and again. So that way we start making that habit and we got addiction for that thing. So we somehow when we try to explore the thing unconsciously, just a time pass. So after some time we start carving to do that thing again and again. So that is the mind is doing neuropathistic, that is the term. So the same example I have given in the South Korea. The teenager of the 16 years, 18 years, they start wearing the they started wearing the what do you say? Diapers. They start wearing the diapers. The reason behind that wearing the diapers for the 16, 17 years old teens, because they used to have a habit of addiction of playing the games. And if you control lose away for some minutes, they lose their points. So they start wearing the diapers, and because of that neuropathistic, that habit built in their mind. But another example from Hyderabad, one 16-year-old kid, he was quite habitual for PUBG. So he start playing the PUBG for 14 hours, 16 hours. So after some time, some clot becomes on his mind. So his entire left part is got paralyzed for the lifetime. So we don't know that consequence that the neuropathistic do. So that is the way. So with this note, we will start the second part of the today's meeting. That is a table topic. And for the table topic player, we have table topic master. We have Toastmaster Amaya. She is engineering student. Her hobbies is watching movies, cooking, and reading. Yeah, here is the Toastmaster Amaya.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible and visible as well.
Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters, and dear guest. Table topic is one of the most fascinating sessions of a Toastmaster meeting. It provides volunteers with an opportunity to practice impromptu speaking on a given subject for a minute or two. It's the most fascinating thing about a table topic session is that it's open to all and it helps volunteers develop their ability to think on their feet, improvisation skills, and enhance communication in general. Today, I have prepared a mix of topics of what ifs, thoughts, moments, and debates for all the volunteers. Let's see which topic you guys get. Can I share my screen? if that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Yeah, right. Yeah. So if you could just help me get someone, some volunteer for the table topic.
So Toastmaster Deep is raising hand. So I request Toastmaster Deep, please come on the stage.
Yeah. So I will just spin the wheel for you. Okay. So this is a what if scenario. What if you were an inventor? What will you invent in the digital world? Anything you would like for it to be invented or something? Your thoughts.
I will take 10 seconds.
Hello?
Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah, I will take at least 10 seconds to just think about it.
Yeah.
Well, as an inventor, given a chance, what you would like to be when it comes to the digital world? With that question in my mind, friends, as we are talking about the digital wellness today, yes, I want to be the digital doctor, what currently I am a human doctor. So how I can be a digital doctor? How? Yes, the digital toxicity, the way around we are talking about right now, profoundly, as this theme is well about. So I would like to invent something which can actually stop people from the addiction of these mobiles, specifically. Yeah, so all about the machine which can actually do something for the de-addiction of the mobile, right? And how it can be and where it could be, probably that is like again a topic of a big invention. So, but at least I am sure something which can de-addict the people from the mobile addiction, I can do something around that. Yeah. So that's in nutshell, being an inventor, I would like to go for when it comes to the digital invention. So with that note, I would like to stop here, and I think that's pretty enough to talk about this topic. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. Yeah, Maya, please go ahead.
Any other volunteers? That was a great speech. And
yeah.
I thought of something similar. I was thinking about this topic.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Maya, next one, Toastmaster Naval would like to give a try. So I request Toastmaster Naval to please come on the stage. Yeah.
No, I will just spend the week. So your topic is your first social media interaction. How did you get into the social media world?
Good afternoon, all of you, once again. So now I'll be talking about my first social media interaction. So I remember that my first social media interaction was at when I was in 7th standard. Me and my sister were making Facebook IDs for ourselves, but we started making it. I didn't know about that we have to hide the password. So she used to know my password, and whenever I used to talk with my friends, like we'll go to movie or something like that, she used to tell these to my things to my parents. And after a while, it took me a while to realize that she is having my password and knowing all the things I am doing. So that was my first interaction. But as I started getting into Facebook, I made a lot of friends. The friends which I left, which have left my school before, I started connecting with them. And it was like competition between friends, like how many friends do you have on Facebook? So we used to interact with each other, and every day we used to send requests sometime to random people also because of that competition. So it was pretty good. But at that time, I started getting to know about memes and everything related to that. So memes are something that I really follow right now as well, and it is not something to be followed, like I can say, but I really enjoy them and I like them very much. So that is my nearly about first interaction of social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naval. Yeah. So hand over to Toastmaster Amaya.
Yeah, my first social media interaction was also on Facebook. I could relate with him on that because we used to download Facebook for games because there was a connection between the gaming store and the Facebook. So all the friends were invited through Facebook in the game. Yeah. Any other volunteers?
Anyone from online would like to give a try?
Yeah, I can see Sanya raising her hand.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will just spin the wheel for you.
Sure, sure.
Okay. So your topic is awkward autocorrect moment. Anything bad happened due to autocorrect or anything good happened due to autocorrect?
Yeah, sure. I'll be needing some 10 seconds to think about it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, TMOD, Toastmasters, and presiding officer. So, my first awkward autocorrect moment, as you know, like I would like to tell you this that autocorrect is not autocorrect for me. It is always auto wrong. It's always like that. So whenever in my college days, whenever it used to be a thing to WhatsApp on groups, on multiple groups, maybe in cultural groups or your project group or your classroom groups. So it used to be on the go. So every time if you have to communicate any message to your fellow colleagues and everyone, so you just have to text it. And sometimes you feel that you will write it in a jiffy, but it does not happen that you think that you are writing it correctly, but it always goes in a wrong way. So once it happened that uh, when I was just mailing someone or just having a letter put up on WhatsApp, it was just an invitation letter for everyone. So I just wrote it humbly, like I wanted to invite you guys for such and such event, etc., etc. And at the end, I had to actually, it was just I had to address it to our head of the department. So it was kind of a respectful thing to do, and you really need to be precise about words. So in the excitement to send it, I sent it as thanks and regards, yours sincerely and my name. But then after it went on a, what do you say? It went on a open group where she was also there and other colleagues were also. So in that, I was cool about it that okay, it's a male, so it's fine. But after that, some friends of me just pinged me and they were like, "Oh, what have you written in the mail? You need to check it." So I just checked it and it was written as retired. So retired actually means that holding back your progress. So it was like I am thanking her for delaying her own progress. So everyone was texting me back that you need to remove it and something. So that was the worst awkward autocorrect moment that I had. So yeah, that's all about it. Thank you.
Yeah, I could relate with you. I also wrote a mail once and it just ended up a disaster. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Any other volunteers? Anyone else who want to try? Yeah, I can see Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Yes, please.
Okay. So your topic is, what if you were stuck on an island? What one digital item you would take and why?
Okay, it's not really tough to choose in between if that is going to be a digital item. I'm assuming it is going to be an Android phone with a long-lasting battery of 30 days as it used to be previously. But that's an interesting question. Like, what will you do if you're stuck on a deserted island and just one digital device that we had to take? Now we have seen in the movies that protagonist of the movie, be it male or female, they stuck on some island and then they start doing some random things like how will they survive over there, what need to be done. They start building some of the things to stay over there. They start finding the food. Apart from that, they start creating something that the people would notice far away from the distance, so that they would be able to, I am believing, they will be able to get the help from the outside so that they can get back into the real world, as we say. But it's an interesting take. If I have to take any device, I would be definitely taking the phone, assuming that there I will be getting a good network with maybe G or Airtel, so that I can call people outside of the island and basically ask them that please do not come. I am enjoying my vacation. Assuming again that this deserted island is like Goa, so that I can have a really good time over there. Once the time is passed and all my work, the pending work has been taken care by someone else, then definitely I will come back my hometown and say that, yeah, I was actually lost in the shadows over there. I couldn't find anyone else. And what if they see the mobile phone? I would simply tell them that there was charging in my phone and that was the sole reason I was not able to. In rational way, we are actually on a deserted island and with one device, that is the phone that we use each and every day. So the really important thing that we need to understand over is that how do
Yeah, anyone else?
Yeah, Toastmaster Amaya. So I think we have timer or take anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amaya, we can have one more. So who would like to try?
Okay.
Yeah. So Amaya, the Toastmaster Reshmi would like to give a try. So I welcome Toastmaster Reshmi to please come on the stage.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will just spin the wheel. Okay, so your topic is prank call moment. If you have ever done a prank call or if someone has pranked you, anything.
I'll take a couple of
Hello?
minutes. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of minutes. Sorry, seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Ami, can you please say the topic again? It's prank call, right? Prank call. Okay.
Yes, prank call. Not audible.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible to everyone online?
Yes, now you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
now you are.
Right. So, regarding the prank call moment, one that I can recollect right now is from the days of Infosys training again, where we used to have separate hostels for girls and boys. And we are not really sure whether it was our friends who were doing it, but like I said, once we used to come back to our rooms after training around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night. And, around 2 or 3, some of us friends used to get a call in our intercom numbers. And basically, there was this scary noises that used to come out of it. And obviously, we were very much like, very tired and, in deep sleep. That's when we used to get these calls. Initially, we friends discussed, okay, we are not sure who were those people who are doing this. But finally, once when we were sitting in the group of friends, some of our friends told us that, we were the ones who were making those calls. And just to scare you, and we said, okay, we weren't scared. It was only for the first time we thought so, but then we thought it's somebody playing a prank on us. So that's something which I can recollect right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in the hostel right now myself, I can definitely say that this happens. And it's quite fun to prank someone on a call. So yeah, let's end the table topic session with this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Amaya. Very well executed the table topic. It's all the topics were inclined to the theme. So thanks for that. Very well explained and executed. So I would like to call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil, to provide his report. Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. So, Toastmaster Deep, he took 1 minute 16 seconds. Toastmaster Naval completed his speech in 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Sania took 2 minutes 45 seconds, so she is disqualified from the voting. Toastmaster Chandra took exactly 2 minutes. Toastmaster Rashmi took 1 minute. So all speakers are qualified except Toastmaster Sania. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil, Toastmaster Nikhil, for the report. So it's a time for voting for the best speaker, table topic speaker. So I would like to request everyone to close your eyes and raise your hand, whoever they want to go. So I'll call upon the name. The first speaker was Toastmaster Deep. So who would like to go with Toastmaster Deep? Okay. So stimulation is the thinking differently, and relaxation means thinking slow. Don't think anything. So example is that like suppose we are bored with our office work. So to refresh ourselves, we think let's see the reel for 2 hours. Let's see the YouTube videos for 2 hours. So that is a stimulation. We are not relaxing our mind. We are just thinking differently. We are going to some other thing. So mind is exhausted at the end of the day. The relaxation is like giving the time to ourselves, doing the thing differently, like whatever is our hobbies, spending time with family, friends, kids, and all those things. So in that way, our mind get relaxed by doing our whatever thing we like, our hobbies, painting, drawing. So we're relaxing our mind. So when we give attention to anything, for some small thing, when we give attention, we give the slice of our life to that thing. So we think that way. So whatever we are paying.
Can we wait for a minute? We are unable to hear from the stage.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible to online people?
Yes.
Hope I'm audible and visible to all of you.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Toastmaster Reshmi has delivered her first speech, Icebreaker. I believe she done the justice with her speech by achieving her purpose. But let me understand from all of you whether she achieved her purpose of the speech or not. Let's have the quick round of questionnaire. Number one, could you please tell me what is the native language of Toastmaster Reshmi? Toastmaster Naval? Great. Second question, could you please help me to understand what is the company for which Toastmaster Reshmi is working for? Great. So I think that two questions which you answered, so her purpose of introducing herself. Second was all about the structuring. So let me speak upon that now, whether she achieved that or not. I thought she well achieved. Her speech was having the correct structure. Opening, followed by body, and ended with the conclusion. She started with, my name is Reshmi, blah, and she just mentioned about, I'm from Kerala, my native language is Malayalam. So that started with a great opening about herself, introducing herself. Then she started with her two major body parts, which I thought one was all about her journey at Infosys, her corporate journey, her training at the Infosys. She's talked about her memories at the Infosys. Yes, and she jumped to the next body, her life at Pune. And she very well mentioned with all of us, she got the life partner at Pune, and also followed by her recent good news about she blessed with a baby, and she is enjoying her life at Pune, right? So that achieved and ended with a conclusion. There was a great message at the end of her speech, friends. It was the collective engagement she mentioned about from her family. While doing all these, specifically her journey at the Infosys and then her family, she got that collective engagement and she given her message with her story that we all of us should also believe in all those supportive system and we should be having that gratefulness, right? So that was the purpose she served. Now coming to my take home is that because being the icebreaker, there will be no any recommendation, but yeah, the great confidence she right now shown in her first speech, her gesture was having very confident, a great hand movement, a great smile. So the speech, let it be continued with all the successful speeches. And with that note, I would like to TMOD. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep, for wonderful feedback to Toastmaster Reshmi. Much appreciated. So next.
Yeah, hi, Toastmaster of the day. We can hear you all. The thing is, we are not able to see the stage video. Hello.
Join the Zoom meeting. Yeah, we are sorting out the issue. Just a moment, yeah.
No, we got it because we raised the poll. So the poll was also launched in the phone that was used as video camera.
Ah,
It
okay.
occasionally happens.
Thanks for
No,
letting
not
us.
to worry.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yeah, I see two videos. Yeah, we can see it. Clear cut. All
Yeah.
invisible.
Okay. So after that, we heard Toastmaster Devai. So I request Toastmaster Chandrasekhar to please come on the stage and provide the feedback to Toastmaster Devai.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. What an amazing speech Toastmaster Devi gave today. The topic was understanding her leadership style. Let me tell you what I found out was really amazing in her speech. So first thing first, that is the opening of the speech. Whenever somebody is giving the speech, the first 15 seconds are the most crucial part of your speech, where you get the time grab the audience attention. And it started with the quote, leaders are not born, but are made. And she then justified that why she thinks it is true also. And we all Toastmasters also believe in the same ideology, because the Toastmaster says that in Toastmasters, leaders are made. So you don't have to be a born leader, but you can become a leader with good practices and following certain trainings as we go on. So great speech about understanding her leadership style with a great opening. Second thing that I really liked about her speech was the content of the speech. She clearly told upfront that she is going to discuss various leadership styles that are over there in general. She talked about the training that she appeared for in the Toastmaster International website, and she got to know various leadership styles such as democratic, bureaucratic, supportive, innovative. And she gave example of each and every style, and also why she feels like that she has all those leadership styles in general with her, as we in general say that we are collectively the average of everything around us. So she talked about that as well. So great content on the part. And towards the ending, she talked about which is her dominant leadership style and asked each and every one of us to figure out our own leadership style with the question towards the end. So in general, a great opening, great body part in the middle with good content, and towards the end, she gave a really good conclusion along with the call to action for each and everyone that we all ask for in a speech. Now, there were certain things that I would like Toastmaster Devi to maybe work upon on her speech. Regarding the content part, she did really well on the content part. The delivery was also really good. I first would like to tell that Toastmaster Devi has a really good voice, and if she can work upon using some voice modulation, that would have been really great. Second thing that I might be also saying it, and you might have got the feedback from the previous your evaluators, that I could see that you were doing the unintentional body language movement on the stage, where you go from one part of the stage to another part of the stage. Now, this can be a really good technique to grab audience attention and also to interact with the audience. But when it's done unintentionally, it reduces the impact of it. So if you are talking to the audience in one direction, stay over there, stay firm, and then talk to them. Because if you are going to move it unintentionally, that would reduce the impact of your speech. So please reduce the impact of unusual stage movement. And this is it from my side. So to summarize your speech, you had a really great opening. The body part of the speech was really good, where you demonstrated all the leadership styles in general, told us each and every leadership style and why do you feel like each and every leadership style is important and how the impact was, and gave the conclusion. If you can work on the voice modulation part and reduce your stage movement, which you do unintentionally, you would be a really great speaker. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. The short and crisp report, it contained a lot of content and learning for everyone. Thanks for that. So I request timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil, to please come on the stage and share his report for the evaluation. Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster Deep completed his evaluation speech in 3 minutes, 3 seconds. And Toastmaster Chandra, he completed his evaluation speech in 3 minutes, 22 seconds. So both speakers are qualified for the voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. So it's time for voting for the best evaluator. So I request Nikhil, Toastmaster Nikhil, to please launch the poll online for online contested. So yeah, who would like to go with Toastmaster Deep? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Who would like to go Toastmaster Chandrasekhar? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. I believe Toastmaster Nikhil has launched the online poll. So I request online participants, please submit your vote. Yeah, done. Okay, so with this, we will proceed for the reports. So I request our counter of the day today, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma, please share your report. We will pause for 1 minute, just a moment.
Is my screen visible?
Abhishek, please hold on. Please hold on because we are settling down some glitch in the network. So just hold on. Abhishek, are you able? Can you try to speak some things?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
able to hear you. Okay, so should I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
So kudos for making this session wonderful and joyful as always. Without further ado, let's start off with the flawless and the almost flawless speakers list. So by the looks of it, you can see the extravagant number of Toastmasters that we have as flawless and almost flawless. So let's start off with the flawless speakers. Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Insia, Toastmaster Deep, Toastmaster Reshmi, Toastmaster Amya, Toastmaster Naval, and Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And the almost flawless speakers list are Toastmaster Vishal, Toastmaster Devi, and Toastmaster Sanya. Can we have a big round of applause for them? You've all made my job pretty easy as an R counter. Let's start with R counter report. Toastmaster Vishal has used 4 times R, 5 plus times so, and his repetitive or favorite word was the. Toastmaster Naval has used 2 times R and 2 times Toastmaster Reshmi has used 2 times and her repetitive word was you know. Toastmaster Devi has used 5 times and 2 times so. Toastmaster Deep has used 2 times and 2 times so. And Toastmaster Sanya has used 3 times and 2 times so. Those who are not on this list are, I would congratulate them and tell them they were exceptionally flawless. I couldn't find any of the flaws in them. So let's go upon to that I would like to share as an R counter, and I will read out for you to them. What are the 2 tips to avoid filler words like like, you know, in your speech? First is practice calling. You can replace filler words that are deep into your speech. You're searching for the right word. You can replace it with silence. Instead of using filler word, you can practice the art of being silent at that moment for pretty 5 to 2 seconds and then continue with the speech. Second is can reduce
Just
filler
hold
words
on,
that you
Abhishek.
tend to use, and once you're aware of them.
Yeah, Abhishek, you can continue.
So second of is increasing awareness. You can pay attention to what your speech pattern is and what filler words that you use. So is our counter report to tell you what word you use often, and to point out that filler word, you can limit it by once you're aware of that filler word, you can work on consciously and subconsciously and avoid it. With this, I'd like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster today for the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. You always come up with some innovative ideas and all. So we love your presentation every time. Kudos for that. And thanks for a beautiful reports. So next, I would like to call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Naval. Please come on the stage and provide his report. Yeah. Hand over to Toastmaster Naval.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, everyone. Here I am again with you, and going to present you the grammarian report. So today's word of the day was extravagant. It was hardly used at the starting. It was used only by Toastmaster Deep. And today's phrase of the day is good to go. And it was used by Toastmaster Abhishek Negi. And some of the good usage of grammar was word obedient, word autocratic, laissez-faire, stimulation, and things like these were some of the good usage of grammar. Also, I would like to highlight like one of the Toastmaster used carving instead of craving. So that was some bad usage of grammar. I believe that we'll all keep these things in mind and improve ourselves and get good with the correct words and pronunciation and other things. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naval. I appreciate your vigilance for the reports. Thanks for that. So next we have a journal evaluator report. So I request Toastmaster Abhishek Negi, please come on the stage and provide the journal evaluation report. Yeah. We are able to see you, but we are not able to hear you, Abhishek. No, still we are not. Can you try now?
Okay, yeah, now I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I hope I'm audible to the people in the physical meeting room.
Yeah.
Okay. So after this extravagant meeting, let us see what are the good things that we have done in this meeting and what are the improvements that could have brought. Just give me a second. Let me just go.
Toastmaster Abhishek, I believe your screen has been freezed.
Okay, sorry, there was some noise outside.
Okay.
Let us start with our role players. What are the good things that we have done? The first role player is our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Nikhil. Although the meeting started a bit late because I think there was some technical issue. I know that there are sometimes it is not avoidable, but as soon as he started the meeting, he infected the entire meeting room with the theme and also the energy. That was a really good thing from his side. He grabbed the attention of the audience at the beginning itself. He explained the rules of the meeting very well. Although I could not hear the objective or the mission of the club, maybe because of some technical issue, or if it is not said, then we could have added. But other than that, very well role played, and I really love that you were very calm and composed throughout the process. Now, moving on to our next role player, timer Toastmaster Nikhil again. The dual role taken by Toastmaster Nikhil with the timer also, the timing were very accurate. He explained the role of the timer at the beginning. He explained what are the timing sequence. At the same time, he showed the cards that he is going to show throughout the meeting. Whenever he was called on the stage, he presented what was the timing of each individual speaker, role players or evaluators. And at the same time, he was also showing the card for all of them. So no recommendation from my side. Well done, Toastmaster Nikhil. Moving to our next role player, our counter Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. Our Toastmaster of the day mentioned, he always has something new to show. And this is something that he demonstrated in today's meeting as well. In today's meeting, he explained the role whenever he was called on the stage at the beginning. when at the end he was called on the stage, he listed on all the flawless speaker and almost flawless speaker in this meeting in a PPT format, and he asked every one of us to applaud for that. That is great job done from his side. At the same time, he presented the report with all the filler sound and filler words used by participants in the meeting. If someone has spoken more than five, then he represented with 5+. Something that I really liked, and I think all of us liked, is that he gave some more suggestion how we could have improved our speech and reduce our filler sound and filler words. Most precisely, he informed that we should take pauses and we should be self-aware. Not only awareness from his side, but also we should be aware that we are using those filler sound and filler words. That is the really amazing job, going extra mile. So great job, Toastmaster Abhishek. Moving to our next role player, grammarian Toastmaster Naval. Okay, the word of the day and phrase of the day, it was very simple to use, and I think some of the people have used it, but I know that it could have been used even more. It's very simple, and you can use it in our day-to-day life. Great job on choosing the word of the day and phrase of the day. Also, when you at the beginning you explained about the word of the day and phrase of the day, at the end you came on the stage and presented the report. There are some recommendations that is from my side on how you could have improved the role even better. First is that after you explain the word of the day and phrase of the day, you could have immediately asked some of the audience member to come on the stage and speak about it. Second is that although the word of the day and phrase of the day was simple, the very less people used it. So you could have encourage the audience member to use it even more. The first thing you could have done is you could have put the same thing in the chart window. Also in the board, I can see there are so many blank spaces on both the side. You could have mentioned there. So it's like a human being, we have very limited memory. So if it is something in our, then it is more something that you could have done in the next okay. So other than that, great job done from your side. Coming to our next role player, table topic master, Toastmaster man. Toastmaster man, the table topics were very simple. In fact, I saw in the chart that so many people were telling the same thing, that it is very creative, and it was interesting. It was interesting to hear. I think if we bring talk to any people, then they can talk about this subject. It's very generic and general in nature. Great job done. And one thing that I liked about your role as a table talk master was you were listening to all the audience member, all the participants very carefully. You were listening to them, and also you were giving some acknowledgement or feedback. This is something that is encouraged in Toastmasters. So great job done on the table topic master role. No recommendation from my side. Yeah, there is one recommendation, that is the table topics where it was shown on the wheel. It reduces the ability for people to speak impromptu. Instead of that, you could have hidden it so that it could have been actually impromptu speaking. But other than that, it was really great job done from your side. Coming to our evaluators, evaluator one, Toastmaster Deep. Again, it was icebreaker speech, so you encourage the speaker. That was great job done. You explained about so many good things that she has done in her speech. There is one recommendation, is that you felt like you dive too much into the content of the speech, whereas you could have used that time to explain what are the good practices in the public speaking that she has used. For example, when you say gesture, hand movement, you could have particularly mentioned what are the gesture and hand movements she had used, or there are so many different aspects of public speaking. You could have you had the ability to speak about that. It would have, if you reduce speaking more about content, and you could speak, you spoke more about what are the different CSUs are public speaking. Other than that, next evaluator, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, he used the CRC approach when giving evaluation. He evaluated the speaker in so many various aspects that is encouraged. Great job done from your side. Again, during the recommendation page, you mentioned that Toastmaster Devi has good voice, but she needs voice modulation. it seems a bit conflicting with each other. Good voice, but needs voice modulation. If we could have been a bit more specific, then I think it could have been helpful. But other than that, the great evaluation done by both our evaluators. And finally, to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Insia. Toastmaster Insia took the guest briefing. She grabbed the audience. She set the right tone in the meeting itself. Again, uh, she presented her thoughts and her opinions very well. This is something that I really liked about her role. One thing that could have been improved in the presiding officer role is she could have talked a bit more about Toastmasters, because we are in the Toastmasters meeting, and if you could speak about what Toastmaster is, although the Sajid Tam speaks about it, but it's just a protocol. But if the presiding officer could have encouraged the audience member speak about the Toastmasters, then it could have been better. The similar suggestion is for the Toastmaster of the day as well. Consider the entire meeting as a single speech. I would feel that there was some quick transition between the role. For example, when Sergeant at Arms to presiding officer, it was a quick transition. Similarly, from the presiding officer to Toastmaster of the day, it was quick transition. So it could have been a bit smoother. For example, after Sergeant at Arms, it would have talked a bit about the Toastmaster and used some transition sentence for the presiding officer, talked about the theme. Similarly, when the Toastmaster of the day is taking handover from the presiding officer, he could have acknowledged, he could have added some line, and then he could have continued. It could have been much more better. But other than that, the presiding officer address and the speech, it was amazing. I really loved it. And finally, the king of the meeting, that is the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal, he took control from the presiding officer. He started with the sloka. And also one thing I liked about his role is he's adapted. He felt that there is some technical glitch, and as soon as he felt that it's going to take time, he took control and said the sloka himself. He asked question. The opening was very strong. Another thing that I liked about his role was that meeting was very positive, and the vibe was very fun. This is really amazing. He also acknowledged the speaker. He helped table topic master with her role. Another recommendation from my side is that you could have incorporated or embedded the theme into the role play introduction or somewhere during the meeting, so that the theme could have been focused in more. I felt like at the beginning the theme was at more focused, but after that it reduces a bit. But you could have added the same thing. Other than that, very energetic meeting. I think everyone is charged after our contest and so many events. Let's again continue with this extravagant meeting. So it's good to go. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for the detailed report. Everyone got the feedback, so we will implement that in our next meeting. Thanks for that. So it's time for voting. So first we will have the auxiliary role player voting. So I request everyone to please close their eyes, and I request Toastmaster Nikhil to please launch the poll. So the first auxiliary role player was a Toastmaster Nikhil, who played two roles, Sergeant in Arms and the timer. So who would like to go with Toastmaster Nikhil? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Who would like to go with the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Naval? Please raise your hand. Who would like to go our counter of the day, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma? Please raise your hand. Yeah. So I believe Toastmaster Nikhil has launched the poll. I request all the online participants, please log your votes over there. Yeah. So next is the best role player. So we have three categories over here. The first would be the general evaluator, table topic master, and the TMOD. So who would like to go with the general evaluator? Abhishek Negi, please raise your hand. Yeah. Who would like to go Toastmaster Amaya, table topic master? Please raise your hand. Yeah. And who would like to go Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal? Please raise your hand. I believe Toastmaster Nikhil has launched the online poll, so I request online participants please log their vote over there. Thank you. Yeah, so we proved that whoever have the control ourselves or the mobile. So it's time to show our mastery over there, that we are the master, not the mobile is the master. So we have to follow some digital hygienic for that thing. So first digital hygienic would be the mobile. So try to put the screen time limit over there. And we have a lot of enhancement in the technology that prompt us that your screen time is exceed. So we have to adhere to that thing and we have to follow that hygiene. Second would be the keep the mobile away for the don't use like it is an alarm thing. We have to put the radiation out of our room. So try to put the mobile 10 feet away from when we are sleeping. The third one is before sleeping, we have to put away the mobile before 2 hours. And as soon as we wake up in the morning, we don't have to use the mobile for at least 1 hour. Fourth one is like use the glasses while we are using the screens or mobiles, like the blue glasses, which will avoid the radiation to our eyes. Next one is that don't use the mobiles in the washrooms, bathrooms, and other place. Try to sensitize like mobiles because we have a lot of germs over there on the screen. So we have to disinfect, keep on doing that thing. Apart from that, we have to, in the many offices, we have the corporates also trying to embrace that thing. Like we have the eye exercise after 15, 20 minutes or 45 minutes. We have to white space. They have the new tool has been implemented. We have to stretch our body. We have to do offline meeting. So we have to follow those things, those habits, try to incorporate. Apart from that, like as I told, we have the neuropathistic, like whatever we do the daily thing, mind start doing the copy. So same thing, reverse engineering we can do. We can give the command that we are trying to avoid the more screen time. So mind will start doing that way. It will build that habit in our, yeah. So with this note, I hand over my stage to Toastmaster Insia, presiding officer of the day, for the closing remark.
Okay, so Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, all in all, I think it was a very good meeting, interesting meeting. We had so many opinions on different aspects. The table topic session was also amazing. I think we are headed towards the end of the meeting. Before that, in the starting of the meeting, we didn't have any guest, but has there any guest that has been joined after, like in the meeting offline mode, so that we can take some guest feedback? And if there are none, so we can move towards the moments of glory for now.
We don't have any
I
guest.
believe there's one online.
Yes, I can see one online. Rahul. Rahul, can you hear us? We would like to just have feedback from you. That
I'm
how
not
did
a
you?
guest, I'm Toastmaster.
Okay.
I'm joining.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I think we have no guests for today in offline mode also.
No.
Okay. So I think we'll move towards the moments of glory. The certificates will be sent to you, but I'll just be announcing the best speaker, best evaluator, best table topic speaker, best auxiliary role player, and best role player. So we'll start with the best auxiliary role player. And the best auxiliary role player is Toastmaster Abhishek Verma, the R counter for the day. So congratulations, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. Very well job done. Now the next is best table topic speaker for today, and that is none other than our very own Toastmaster Deep. Congratulations, Toastmaster Deep. Okay, the best evaluator. Okay. So the best
Come on.
evaluator
Just a
is
moment,
none
Insia. I
other
have.
than.
Sorry to hold down. Just I want to capture the photo. Please hold. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, done. So I request Toastmaster Abhishek,
Oh.
please come on the screen so that we can capture the photo for the best auxiliary role player. Yeah, you both are visible. So let me capture the photo. Just a moment. Did you take a screenshot? Yeah, we have taken the screenshot. Sorry to interrupt, Insia. You
Okay.
can go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. Best evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
I request Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, please come on the screen. We will capture the screenshot.
Hi, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, just a moment.
Okay.
Just a moment. We will capture. Yeah, it's done. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Now the best speaker for today is a very first speaker that who is given our icebreaker today, Toastmaster Reshmi. Congratulations.
Can you re-announce it one more time?
Okay. So the best speaker is Toastmaster Reshmi. Is Toastmaster Reshmi there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Let's close it. Yeah.
Okay. And last but not the least, best role player for today goes to our very own Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Insia.
Okay. I think we don't have any announcements as such to make, and the meeting was really good. So I officially declare the meeting adjourned.
Before that, I would request everyone to please on your camera. We will have a groupie. Yeah, I request everyone please on their camera. So we will capture the group picture.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I think someone from online can click the picture.
Picture can be taken. Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Anya. Who is clicking?
Okay, I am taking the picture. Okay.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye.